The Toronto Loop Ride was always something we wanted to do, but never had the opportunity. This April, Toronto Community Bikeways Coalition led a ride highlighting this amazing ravine path system to raise awareness of the last remaining gaps in the infrastructure. Excited to give it a shot, we unfolded our Bromptons and joined the ride. But first, a quick peek at the awesome bike wall at Fix Coffee and Bikes. The cookies were still baking, so we'll definitely have to come back to try those out. The Toronto Loop Ride is 77 kilometers of mostly interconnected bike paths that circle the city of Toronto and highlights the nature in our city's extensive ravine and river system. And we were off. The forecast called for some mild weather, but little did we know we were in for some true Toronto-style insanity. First, we crossed the Puente de Luz, a pedestrian bridge which the City of Toronto mandated condo developers to build. Thanks, Toronto. We are now at the Martin Goodman Trail and officially the Toronto Loop.
I don't know if you can see it, but it is snowing. Good old Toronto weather. The special event parking. Look at all those.
Heavy rain and frozen ground definitely created some interesting conditions along the Martin Goodman Trail. The iconic Humber Archway Bridge marks the point where we turn north and follow the Humber River upstream. But first, group rides always call for group photos. I just found out this UFO thing is called the Oculus Pavilion. Who knew? Words cannot express how much I hate the design of these gates. This is Old Mill Road, the second gap in the Loop Ride. Super old bridge, cars and bikes hanging out together. Not great. This is the Lambton Canadian Pacific Railway Bridge, built in 1874. This is the viewing platform, super narrow, walking your bike is recommended. Hey buddy. Eglinton and Scarlett Road is the future location of the elevated tracks for the Eglinton Crosstown West Extension LRT. Safety in numbers as we take the lane. Expected completion date? Who knows? The trail ends at the stairs. That brings us up to Weston Rd. They've added bike troughs to roll your bike up, but it's definitely funner to go down. Quick break at the top of the stairs and we're off again, walking our bikes down the sidewalk. The city has plans to close this gap and connect the trail along the Humber River by 2028. Maybe. Thanks, Weston. Finch Ave marks the top boundary of the loop, where we start heading east.
What a shitty street.
Finch is a full-on stroad, with a bike lane, which makes biking on it marginally better. Quick stop to pick up some snacks, and we're off again.
Hello! Everything looks so good.
The rail pass here is supposed to have bike lanes on it as part of the LRT install, but all we got so far is this nasty little section of infrastructure. By comparison, we get this awesome tunnel under Highway 400.
Ooh, nicely paved. Oh, that's the road. You can do it, guys.
We, in fact, could not do it and had to dismount to get across the wet field. Maybe one day they'll close this gap too. This multi-use recreational trail was transformed from the underutilized land where Ontario Hydro built transmission lines in the 1950s. First sections of the trail were completed in 2011, and they're currently working to slowly fill in the last remaining gaps. 15 years. Not bad, Toronto.
Oh my god, it is snowing hard as we're heading to Finch Ave. Oh my goodness. It's snowing. God, I can't believe how hard it's snowing.
And just like that, the snow is gone and the sun is out again.
That's the bridge.
This is where the Finch corridor descends into the Upper Don Trail that follows the Don River south all the way to Lake Ontario. This section of the trail has been closed for 4 years now. The City of Toronto has noted that a direct detour for pedestrians and cyclists under the 401 is not feasible during active construction. This means that cyclists and pedestrians need to make a 2.5 kilometer detour down a dangerous 6-lane road just to avoid the construction.
Yeah, the adventure part of the ride. That's how you put a bike through a hole. That's it. That's the G-line.
Yeah, they're just showing off.
Construction is slated to be completed in 2026. We opted not to do the detour.
We ready to ride?
The Don River continues at this point through a golf course, and we're spit out onto the road. We eventually joined the Don Mills Trail, which was an old rail track, very straight, kind of boring, didn't film it. Now we're down Leslie Street and back into the trail system for the rest of the way. This is Evergreen Brickworks. It was restored from a disused quarry and opened in its current form in 2010. Go check it out. It's awesome. It has great farmers markets and food stalls on the weekend too.
Okay. Right. It is fully snowing on us here. This is ridiculous. So we've gone full rain capes now. Because if it's snow raining or something, it's so messy. We're almost done though. Woo! We did it. Full loop ride, Toronto 2026. We saw rain, we saw snow, we saw sleet, we got sun, hail,
and then more sun, and then
more
hail
sun.
again.
It's awesome.
And special thanks to the Toronto Community Bikeways Coalition for leading us on our first Toronto loop ride.
Yeah.